Let's look at some myths on Cuba. Is it Castro's or Che's Cuba? The brilliant Che, who is described as a Marxist-Leninist and was highly respected behind communist iron and bamboo curtains, was really not in tandem with Fidel Castro, who came from a Catholic communitarian background and who was a former seminarian. Castro didn't want to have a communist structure, so he preferred the communitarian structure like Dr. Kandran Adana did, and Lee Kuan Yew's Singapore, the Marxist-Leninist structure through communitarianism in Singapore. The communitarianism is an Austro-German Catholic philosophy that Dr. Konrad Adenauer excelled at and reflected in Lee Kuan Yew's economic feats in Germany and Singapore, both ruled with an iron hand. The Austro-German economic Catholic roots of communitarianism has the biological family focused on the building blocks of society that coalesce with other families to form communities for a nation-state. Communism and socialism are described in the Oxford Dictionary as ownership of property by a community, and each member works for the common benefit, and land, transport, natural resources, and the chief industry should be owned and managed by the state, respectively. Now, Cuba departs from the latter, so why is it less successful than Singapore? Chiefly because trade embargoes by the West, sponsored by Western interest. Whereas the real Marxist Lee Kuan Yew was able to woo all communities, socialists and capitalists, to invest in Singapore. Cuba has a safety net for the poor with sustenance, for food, free education and Medicare, with land available for cultivation, but the poor I spoke to prefer other industries already labor saturated, even though tobacco cultivation is still very lucrative. Decades of triangulated research into the philosophies and activities of the individuals named have yielded the facts placed before. Then let's hope this has dispelled some of the myths that we have heard about Cuba.